Today, the unpleasant odor of Liberal government scandals is wafting into the noses of all Canadians. The offensive stench of corruption and lies can no longer be denied. And here we have Liberal candidate Richard Lee, who thinks it would be a wonderful idea for the dictator-laden United Nations to take control of the internet, regulate our content, and crack down on what we, free Canadians, are allowed to say. With thinking like that, Mr. Lee may well be ideally suited for the Liberal Party upper echelons. After all, Justin Trudeau said he respects the basic dictatorship of China. So cracking down on our access to ideas on the internet and surrendering our sovereignty to the United Nations might be just what the Liberals are looking for. However, this is not what Canadians want. The strong and free citizens of Canada demand liberty. And then we have Mr. Jagmeet Singh from the NDP. During the last town hall meeting, he scolded the fine residents of Burnaby South and condemned them for favoring the safety of Canadian citizens over his preferred open borders policy. He said that clapping for the idea of turning away illegals was disgusting. He wants Canadians to shut up and pay the price. But the people in this audience know what they want. And it isn't the politically correct open borders virtue signaling that Mr. Singh represents. Finally, we'll talk about Mr. Jay Shin, Conservative, who recently printed and distributed a patently false brochure and spread it all around Burnaby South in a desperate attempt to confuse voters. He used dirty politics to make his campaign relevant. For the record, I am against all drugs in our society, and I have worked extensively with high-risk youth, even in my own home, who had their lives devastated by drug abuse. I am not sponsored by the King of Pop, Mr. Shin. I don't even know him. Last, I am against additional drug injection sites. I know it is inconceivable for Mr. Shin that I can have my own position since he is not allowed to express his opinions in his party. I happen to belong to a party that promotes individual freedom. This is a core principle of our leader, Maxime Bernier. Maybe the Conservative Party should look up freedom in the dictionary. It's a word that his party has forgotten and that Canada is losing. They are corrupt. In 2019, it's the People's Party of Canada against these three obsolete parties. They are crashing the system. Your vote can upgrade our country to support our freedom and values. It's time to lower taxes, strengthen our immigration policy, get pipelines approved, protect the Charter of Freedoms and Rights, say no to the UN, and unite our country in 2019. Thank you.